I'm just wondering about the euro, especially with an eye on Sintra. I'm going to be headed to Portugal after this program. Do you expect this kind of dovish narrative to continue in Portugal, or will it change as the Fed and the BOJ join Mario Draghi in Portugal?
Well, I think there's a couple of elements. So the first point is that the euro is facing an upward pressure because of current account surplus and sort of a trade surplus when it comes to Germany in particular. And then on the flip side, you have this downward pressure being put through the geopolitical uncertainty. So I don't think the sort of the dovish rhetoric by the ECB is going to change the equilibrium that we've been trading so far. But one of the things that's interesting is to monitor the rates market, which today is pricing the first rate hike in the second half of 2019. So I think the market is more focused on the timing of the rate hike as opposed to the dovish rhetoric, which has been Draghi trademark so far.
If you are a US investor and you've already started to move money out of Europe, what is there to bring you back? What is there in Europe right now that's going to want to bring you back and make you want to put money to work on this side of the Atlantic?
Well, this is a very good question because we've been having conversation with investors for the past couple of years, and the trade has always been long Europe, short US equities, simply because there's a lot of momentum, a lot of liquidity in the Eurozone, and the US is going through a tapering cycle. But one of the things that's quite amazing, if you look at 10 years ago, the top companies in the US have completely changed. But 10 years ago, if you look at the top companies in Europe, they've pretty much been the same. So I think one of the things that has to change in Europe is sort of the entrepreneurship in terms of risk-taking, and probably shorter term will have to be the data. If the economic activity picks up with a lot of momentum, then you could see another interest by investor. But the reality is that things seem to be a bit dull in terms of earnings momentum or excitement when it comes to Europe.